This is today's sound in music. This is the star of today's music, the perfect combination for entertainment. You're set on the LeRoy Van Dyke Show, coming to you from Country Band Shell.
Mighty glad you're here. It's great the way I feel today, and everything you say, okay, you bet gets that we're gonna spread some cheer. Well, here we go, songs to give, not sell, and here's the parts you're gonna like real well. Not one, not two, not three, not four. Gonna keep going till we hit the floor. Glad you made it for another show. We've got a guest that I think you know. In a little bit, he'll join the fun. A nice hello to Bill Anderson. Well, I'm glad I sit back, relax for just a while. Your smile has run the limit to the sky. It's great when you cooperate. Now we can have a real high time, and I'm just itching to let the whole thing fly. I'm mighty, mighty glad. I'm mighty, mighty glad. I'm mighty, mighty glad you didn't walk on by. How about joining all of us for just a little ride in my little red wagon? Won't you ride in my little red wagon? I'd love to pull you down the street. All those kids in the block will be jealous when they see my playmate so sweet. Hold tight as we come to the hilltop. We're gonna coast down the lane, you and me. Well, won't you ride in my little red wagon? Hard to be. Hold tight as we come to the hilltop. We're gonna coast down the lane, you and me. Well, won't you ride in my little red wagon? Oh, you are my sweetheart to be. Well, won't you ride? Won't you ride? Won't you ride? In my little red wagon. Well, it's always a pleasure to welcome nice people to our show, and it's always a very happy experience when that guest just happens to have one of those gold million record sellers in his group of songs. Of course, I'm talking about Bill Anderson, and the song is Still.
Still, though you broke my heart, though we're far apart, I love you still. Still, after all this time, still, you're still on my mind. I love you still. I've lost count of the hours, and I've lost track of the days. In fact, I've lost just about everything since you went away. Everything, that is, except the memories you left me. And that's one thing that no one can mar. I don't know who you're with. I don't even know where you've gone. My only hope is that someday you might hear this song, and you'll know that I wrote it especially for you. And I love you, wherever you are. Still, after all this time, you're still on my mind. I love you still. This flame in my heart is like an eternal fire. For every day it burns hotter, and every day it burns higher. And I haven't been able to put out one little flicker, not even with all of these tears. My friends think I'm crazy, and maybe I am. But I'll carry this torch just as long as I can. Someday, you might just decide to come home. And I want you to know, I'm still here. Still, though you broke my heart, though we're far apart, I love you still.
You know, I'm always amused when a songwriter takes an old standard and gives it a brand new twist. Johnny Cash certainly had the right idea when he came up with Frankie's Man Johnny. I thought I might like to try it on for size. Well, now, Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts. Peru was a blue, blue sky. He was a long-legged guitar picker with a wicked, wandering eye, but he was Frankie's man nearly all of the time. Well, Johnny packed up to leave her. He said, I'll be back. He said, I got a little picking to do a little farther down the track. He said, I'm your man. I wouldn't do you wrong. Frankie curled up on the sofa, thinking about her man. Far away the couple were dancing to the music of his band. He was her man. He wasn't doing her wrong yet. And in the front door walked a redhead. He saw her right away. She came down by the the bandstand just to watch him while he played. He was Frankie's man, but she was far away. When he sang every song to the redhead, she smiled back at him. And he came and sat at her table where the lights were low and dim. What Frankie didn't know wouldn't hurt her none. Then the redhead, she jumped up and slapped him a time or two. She said, I'm Frankie's sister, and I'm a checking up on you. If you're her man, you better do her right. Well, the moral of this story is be good but carry stick. Sometimes it looks like a guitar pick, or just can't tell what to pick. He was her man, but he still ain't done her wrong. You know, when we have a rest break between acts, either on the show, on the road, during the filming of our television show, you can generally find the auctioneers off in the corner or in the dressing room picking away at some new song or working up a new sound. Sometimes they come up with a real jewel, and here's one of them. It's called Peter and the Wolf.
We had to change that title, LeRoy.
You didn't tell me about it. Why is that?
Well, some other guy had already used that title.
Well, what do you call it now?
It's Peter and the Hound Dog.
All right, play, boys. Peter and the Hound Dog. You know, Bill Anderson is today the most successful country songwriter in the business. He has a whole string of hits about a mile long and a whole room full of awards at home to prove it. I've asked him to put some of these hits in a medley for our show. Here he is with a fine sample of Anderson talent. Bill?
A bright array of city lights as far as I can see. The great white way shines through the night for lonely guys like me. The cabarets and hotels, they're flashing signs in light. A broken heart loses itself in the glow of city lights. I've enjoyed as much of this as I can stand. You look lovely tonight, and I remember. I'm so glad I got to see you once again. I've enjoyed just sitting down and reminiscing, but I've enjoyed as much of this as I can stand. Face too long, so you wouldn't have to see anything else to make you think of me. In the cheapness of the moment, make you feel ashamed and small? Was I farther from your conscience, standing face to the wall? Today has been my birthday. Tonight I should be glad, but you weren't here to share, and inside I hurt so bad. I didn't want your kisses, just your kiss and company, and your lips to softly whisper happy birthday to me. And that's what it's like to be lonesome, with a heart of broken love, taught to cry. And that's what it's like to be lonesome. I know, 'cause I'm a mighty lonesome guy. But the second time round it turned out just like the first, except the second time around I think the heartache was worse. Twice you put your faith in me, but twice you let me down. But it hurt me more the second time around. Yes, it hurt me more the second time around. You know, one of the questions that is asked of a songwriter, more than any other question, is, among all the songs that you write, do you have a favorite? My answer is always yes, because I have this song, and this is my favorite. It's called Mama Sang a Song. I get to thinking lots of times about back when I was a lad, of the old home place where I grew up, and of the days both good and bad. My overalls were hand-me-downs, my shoes were full of holes. I used to walk 4 miles to school every day, through the rain, the sleet, and the cold. I've seen the nights when my daddy would cry for the things that his family would need, but all he got was a Badland farm and 7 hungry mouths to feed. And yet our home fire never flickered once, because when all these things went wrong, Mama took the hymn book down and Mama sang a song. I've been rocked to sleep many a night to the tune of What a Friend. And then come morning, Rock of Ages would wake me gently once again. And then Daddy would reach up and he'd take the Bible down and he'd read it loud and long. And I always felt that maybe our home was blessed when Daddy would say, Mama, sing a song. Sister left home first, I guess. Then Bob and Tommy and Dan. By then, Dad's hair was turning white. I sort of had to be Mama's little man. But you know, it seemed that as my daddy's back grew weak, my mother's faith just grew strong. And those were the greatest days of all. When Mama sang a song. I guess the house is still standing. I don't get to go back much anymore. No voices left now to fill those halls, and no steps to grace the floor. For you see, my mother sings up in heaven now, up around God's golden throne. But I'll always believe that this world is a better place, because one time, my mama sang a song.
know, sometimes an old song gets a brand new treatment and it becomes a big hit all over again. But it's very unusual when that treatment is a sound so identified with a particular country and the singers who live there. The case in point is the song that became an international hit when it was recorded by Nancy Whiskey in Scotland. The song, Freight Train. Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. Please don't tell them which train I'm on, 'cause they'll know just where I've gone. Don't know where I'm heading for. What I've done's against the law. Got no future, got no hope. Got nothing but the road. Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. I want to hear old number 9 when she goes whistling by. Lost my reason, lost my wife, killed my friends in mortal strife. Now I must keep moving on so they'll not know where I've gone. Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. Take me back where I was born, so I won't feel forlorn. When I die, just bury me way down near old chestnut tree. Poplars at my head and just tell them I'm gonna sleep. Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. Please don't tell them which train I'm on, 'cause they'll know just where I've gone. Please don't tell them which train I'm on, 'cause they'll know just where I've gone. Just slipped away too fast. We'll have to say goodbye for a little while. Bill, I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you, LeRoy. It's always a lot of fun.
Drop in again anytime. And I hope you'll keep on dropping in, too. Stay loose, and so long, everybody. Bye-bye.